Every NBA player has a hometown, so we put them on their hometown team. That was kind of cringe, but yes, we did that today. And here are all of the rosters. We're starting off with the 76ers. So when it came to European players, what I did was I left them on that team. You're probably gonna hate me for that, but what else am I supposed to do for that? But anyway, the Sixers got players like Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Derek Lively, Emmanuel Quickley, and anytime they were in like a region that wasn't a city in the game, we just kind of put them to the closest one, or what I thought was the closest one. So this is the Sixers, a solid team, honestly. Now the Bucks, they kept Giannis, but they got Tyrese Halliburton and Keegan Murray, also Jordan Poole. That's a nice little bit of players right there, but they kind of got 2 power forwards and 2 point guards. Then we head over to the Bulls. We got Jason Tatum, we got Bradley Beal, Fred VanVleet, Nikola Vucevic. That's a good little like starting lineup basically right there on its own, and it's going to have a good bench as well. Some of these teams, the benches aren't 100% accurate when it comes to the deeper benches because I got lazy, I'm not going to lie. I had to create this full roster myself, so please like the video and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this content. Now the Cavs are a powerhouse. You guys clicked on it for this. You got Stephen Curry, you got LeBron James, both born in, it's I think the same exact hospital actually. And then you got CJ McCollum here, Terry Rozier, Gary Trent Jr., Karis LeVert. So you have a nice little team as well. Also Larry Nance Jr. able to play some center, some small ball center for them right there. So they got a solid little roster. Now we go over to the Celtics. They kept Porzingis, they kept players like Al Horford as well, but they ended up gaining Jalen Duren. They got Keldon Johnson, Duncan Robinson. Their team's kind of mid though. The Clippers, all the LA teams, or at least California teams, are going to be really nice. So you got the Kawhi Leonard and Paul George back at it again. Paul George is back, both on the Los Angeles Clippers. You got Evan Mobley here, James Harden. You got Zubac, because obviously he's a European player. Then you got Okongwu right here. You got Norman Powell. You got some other bench players as well. Now we go over to the Grizzlies. They suck. We're just going to skip over the Grizzlies. Now the Hawks. They are actually a better team. Look at that bench, bro. Look at their bench. It is insane. So many 80+ overalls. They got Anthony Edwards and Jaylen Brown, as well as Herb Jones. Their defense is going to be absolutely insane, as well as Devin Vassell. Clint Capella still here. They got Colin Sexton. They got a great team, man. Now we go over to the Heat. That actually kind of surprised me that not many players are from like the Miami area and up. Same with Orlando. Not really many players from Florida, which is kind of interesting. But you got Scotty Barnes right here. You got Anthony Simons, and the rest of the players kind of just were players that were already on the team and stuff like that. So yeah, basically the only 2 players that matter are these 2. They're going to do terrible. But now we go to the Hornets. The Hornets are one of the best teams, man. They got Ja Morant, because mostly they got that South Carolina, that North Carolina, and just around it as well, areas around. They got Zion Williamson's on the team. You got Chris Middleton, Brandon Ingram, and so they have a lot of forwards that are going to be like really good for them. In general, this team is going to be really good. They just have like a center. Nick Claxton's not the greatest center, but he's going to hold it down for them. They also got Chris Paul on the team. Now we go over to the Jazz. Lauri Markkanen, European player, but John Collins is actually from Utah. I was like, that's interesting. He's actually playing in Utah from Utah. Maybe that's why he's happy where he's at right now. Who knows? And yeah, the rest of the players that were not actually from there. Now the Kings, I kind of forgot about the Kings, and as well as the Warriors for a little bit, especially the Kings though, when it came to doing this roster. So the Kings kind of got some like throw-ins. Like they got Aaron Gordon, they got the Thompson twins, even though like they might not be from exactly where Sacramento is. Like DeMar DeRozan, I think is from LA. Same with Russell Westbrook. So like those 2 players I kind of just threw onto here. When it came to the California teams, I kind of just let them all get players thrown on from anywhere from California. Now the Knicks got Jalen Brunson. This is going to be a top tier team as well. Funny enough, most of the roster already was from New Jersey, New York, kind of like that area. So Jalen Brunson, you got Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, Cat, you got Naz Reid, Mitchell Robinson. Their centers are absolutely insane, man. You got Andre Drummond, and then you got a good little bench as well. Like this team is probably going to win the championship. Now the Lakers, I could have just made one of the LA teams super OP, but I didn't. They got Anthony Davis right here, which, you know, he's just chilling, doing his thing, which I forgot to trade Anthony Davis. Give me a moment. I was about to say, I thought he was from Chicago. I remember him from a barbershop like movie. Okay, let's trade Anthony Davis real quick. I was like so confused for a second when I saw that. I was like, Anthony Davis, wait a minute, he's not from LA. I know people are probably already in the comment section like crazy, going crazy for that. Oh, okay, hold on. All right, let's go back to the Bulls roster to show you guys the updated Bulls roster. So they're actually gonna be really good now because they got Anthony Davis and Jason Tatum, as well as Bradley Beal, Fred VanVleet. So they might be one of the best teams in the league themselves, honestly. But anyways, let's go back over to the Lakers. So they got the Ball brothers because they're from where was it? Chino Hills. Yeah, Chino Hills. So you got LaMelo Ball right here. You got Drew Holiday as well, Jarrett Allen, Brooke Lopez. You got Lonzo Ball. Obviously, you got Jaime Jaquez. You got Jared Vanderbilt. You got, you know, solid little team right there. Now, the only thing about like all this LA team, Sacramento, Golden State, they kind of had to split the teams up. If they were all just one big team, they probably would win the championship. But anyway, for the Magic, we had to keep Franz Wagner, and pretty much no one, like I said, is from Florida, which I was like, what are you talking about? There's no way there's like nobody from Florida like that. But anyway, you go over to the Dallas Mavericks. Now, there's a multiple teams in this area. You got Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio. I had to split them up between those 3 because I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't sitting here looking at the map and seeing how close everybody was. But anyway, Luka has to stay, but Tyrese Maxey has joined. Miles Turner's here. You got Keontae George and some more role players, so it's an alright team. Now we go over to the Brooklyn Nets. Same thing over here. You had to split between, first of all, New York and Brooklyn, and also like had to like put New Jersey into some of these places as well. Kyrie grew up in New Jersey. He was born in Australia, but he grew up in New Jersey. So we put Kyrie on the Nets here. And then we got, which is kind of funny, honestly, but then we got Jaren Jackson Jr. on the team. We got Cam Thomas, Obi Toppin, Tobias Harrison. You guys can see the rest. Let's skip on to the now. And now the Nuggets kept Nikola Jokic, but Jalen Williams was actually on the Nugget, or in Denver, Colorado. So yeah, we got some players staying with Derek White. So they got a little big three. And I think Jokic could do something with these guys, man, honestly. Everybody else kind of is mid, but they're pretty good overall. Now we got the Pacers here. Pascal Siakam had to stay. This team is pretty good as well. You got Desmond Bane, Michael Porter Jr., Darius Garland, D'Angelo Russell. There's actually a lot of players from Indiana, which is really interesting to me in that area in general. Now you got the Pelicans, De'Aaron Fox. I did not know this. I thought he was from like LA or something, I'm gonna be honest. But then you got Rob Williams right here, Kelly Oubre. Their team is kind of mid, but they got some defense, honestly. Like overall, they got some speed and some defense. Now we go over to the Pistons. Devin Booker, I forgot where he was from, but it was like area somewhere around there where I had to put him onto the Pistons. Then you got Draymond Green. He just seems like someone from Detroit. And then you got Kyle Kuzma, Miles Bridges. You got a decent little team here, but there's a lot of power forwards, as you guys can see. Now you move on to the Raptors. You got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Obviously, you know, everyone from Canada had to go onto this team. So honestly, this team is gonna be pretty good as well. I mean, they might be in the finals. Then you got the Rockets with Trae Young and Jimmy Butler. The Rockets ended up becoming, I think, the best like Texas team. They got Cade Cunningham as well. Like, this is a really good team right here. It's gonna be interesting to see how they mesh. Then you got the Spurs. You got Victor Wembanyama, because he's obviously from France, so you can't really put him anywhere. But Julius Randle, Alex Caruso. I kind of let this team a little bit less OP because they got Wemby. But then you got the Suns. No one's really from Phoenix. Somehow, like, not really anyone. And so we had to kind of skip that. I probably could have put the Vegas players into here, but I put Vegas players into LA. But then you got the Thunder, Austin Reeves, Oklahoma, in that kind of area. And you guys see this team kind of mid as well. But now you got the Timberwolves. You got Chet still on here, which I think he was actually from, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was from Minnesota. Like, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I just kept him there for that. But then you got Rudy Gobert. He kind of had to stay here. Then you got Tyler Hero. You got Jalen Suggs. And players just from this area were kind of put in here. And then you got the Trailblazers. A lot of players from here, but a lot of these players were from Seattle. Closest team to Seattle is going to be Portland. So we're going to go with Paulo, Domantas Sabonis, DeJounte Murray's here as well. You got DeAndre Ayton. And this team's actually really, really solid. There's a lot of players from that, like, Portland and Seattle area. Like, the whole idea, I didn't think that, honestly. Seattle needs a team again, man, because there's a lot of Seattle players. And now we go over to the Warriors. We're going to have Damian Lillard. He's obviously from, like, Oakland or whatever, so that's where the Golden State Warriors are, basically. You got Jalen Green. You got Klay Thompson. Now, he's from LA, but I just put him here because it was kind of funny. And then you got Kuminga. The rest of these players are, like, European players. That's why I kind of kept them there. You got Kevin Love, which I think he's from LA as well, but we ended up putting Kevin Love there. I think he's from LA. I don't know. I just put Kevin Love on this team. And then you got the Wizards, which I forgot about until the very last second. So that's why I kind of just threw Kevin Durant on here and called it a day. Because like, originally Kevin Durant was on the Sixers because he's from like Maryland. So like, that whole like DMV area I kind of put on the Sixers besides Kevin Durant. So yeah, I got kind of sold Kevin Durant. But comment down below, who do you think is going to win the championship? We're going to send one season and see what happens. And honestly, this is probably like my most like yapped video ever. Like I just yapped the whole time. Well, here we are with the awards. We got Luka Doncic with the MVP. Still hasn't done it in real life, but 2K thinks he's winning every year. Rookie of the year is Alex Sart with the worst averages I've ever seen. This guy sucks. This draft class really is bad, isn't it? The sixth player of the year, not even the sixth man of the year, is Malik Monk. Okay. Defensive player of the year is Wemby. We kind of could have guessed that one. Eamon Thompson, most improved player. Okay. He's on the same team with his brother as well. And then Jalen Brunson, clutch player of the year. Coach of the year is Jason Kidd. They ended up getting 66 wins. That's pretty good. All right, it's time to look. So the Bulls went 61-21. So the best team in the league were the Mavericks. Who did they have again? I don't even remember. Okay, they had like a little kind of big three going on. I think it was just Luka just doing his thing, really. The Bulls, like I said, they were going to do pretty good, especially once we added Anthony Davis because we forgot to add him originally. This team is definitely solid. They still don't really have a small forward. Now, are there any teams that just did terrible that I thought would do good? I mean, from looking at the top of my head, the Cavs did not make the playoffs. The Cavs, I repeat, the Cavs did not make the playoffs. And I think I forgot to turn off trades because they legitimately just traded CJ McCollum. I think that's what they did. They traded CJ McCollum for who? I don't even know who they traded him for, but they did it. I think at least because CJ McCollum, wasn't he supposed to be on the Cavs? But they didn't make, that's insane. The Bucks didn't make it either. I mean, they didn't really have anybody besides Tyrese and Giannis, but still. Now we go over here. Not really a team that's like insane. Pelicans maybe? No, Pelicans weren't really that good. The Grizzlies were terrible. The Nuggets, like, honestly, the Nuggets should have did better, bro. They got a big three right there. But anyway, let's go ahead and simulate the play-in tournament. What's gonna happen here? So the Kings made it out. A lot of LA teams or California teams didn't really make it in. And you got the Lakers there at 7th seed, the Kings as the 8th seed, you got the Pacers at 7, and the Hornets. The Hornets were the 8th seed? The Hornets were in the play-in tournament as the 7th seed. That's insane, bro. You guys remember how OP this team was? All right, I say let's simulate the full first round. It's gonna be hard to kind of gauge what's going on, and the Sixers has been eliminated. That's who I'm using in this video, and looks like it's gonna be first of all a Texas matchup in the first round. Then you got Minnesota versus the Clippers. You got the Knicks versus Pacers, and you got the Bulls versus Hawks. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna really look at the series until it's the conference finals, which the Mavericks and the Clippers, the Knicks and the Hawks. So let's go look at the Mavericks real quick. So this is a team, once again, just a quick reminder. Now we go over here, and yeah, okay, I don't know which team's gonna win this, honestly. I have a feeling that it's gonna end up being the Mavericks, but I feel like the Clippers should win this one. Now we go over here, get the Knicks. I think the Knicks are winning the championship at this point, bro, but they got a tough matchup right here. This is a very tough matchup. Let's go game by game for both series over here, and let's see what happens, man. And the Knicks are up 3-0, bro. Oh my god, the Knicks are going crazy on this team. They just won. They're in the finals. The Clippers are up 3-1 as well. It is a Clippers versus Knicks NBA Finals. Who is gonna win? You got Cat, Bam, you got Jalen Brunson, Donovan. Yeah, that team's gonna win, bro. I don't care what the Clippers got. I think the Knicks won the championship, man. Well, I didn't mean to hit some late round. I saw it too late. It was a game 7, a 3-1 comeback for the Clippers. What? Kawhi Leonard, Finals MVP. Well, that's what happens when Kawhi doesn't get injured, bro. That's insane. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys click the videos on the screen right now. You guys will enjoy that one as well.